Hi guys. So tonight we're going to be looking, well, you'll see this tomorrow, it's starting for me. Today you are going to be looking at the fourth section in our percentages unit of study. And today we're going to be looking at the percent equation. So this equation is super helpful for real life because this is the kind of thing that's going to help you when you go out to eat and you know how much you should be tipping. Depending upon your 10%, 15%, or 20% tipper, maybe depending upon how good the service is, I don't know. You're going to be able to use the total amount of your bill in order to determine how much tip you should leave. Okay, so the percent equation has to deal with the part, the whole, and the percent once again. And like I said, it's used to determine a part, a whole, or a percentage of a number. So once again, you're usually going to be given two of the three, and you're going to have to figure out what the third one is. Okay. So our equation that we're going to look at here is A equals P times W. Now, yes, I know. I don't know what those mean, Ms. Card. So A is going to be our part. And then our part of our number is going to be equal to the percentage times the whole. Now, your percentage, you're not going to put in 50% or 75% or 12%, right? So you're going to want to put this in either a fraction or a decimal. You're not going to want to leave it in percent. So that part there, we should highlight that because that's kind of important to remember. Okay, so this here, oh no, who highlights in blue? Okay, you're either going to have it in fraction or decimal form. You can pick. I usually like to go from percentage to decimal because it's easier for me to move it two places to the left than to figure out those fractions. I hate fractions. All right, so the first part is finding a part of a number. So this is for in case when you're looking at like, what number is 24% of 50? So like, what number do I have to get out of 65 points in order to get a 90%, which is an A? Maybe you're looking at that. Okay, maybe if you have to get 70% out of however many points in your class, then you need to know, well, how many points do I actually have to get in order to get that 70% in order to get that passing grade? So what number is, that's what we're looking for here. Okay, that's what we're trying to find. That means that's going to be our part. 24%, of course, is our whole. And then once again, of 50. So the of, if you remember from our last lesson, is the whole, right? So we're going to go X because that's what we're looking for here. What number is 24 over 100 is 24%, 24 hundredths, times 50. So when you go through and you solve, 24 divided by 100 is 24 hundredths times 50 is 12. So 12 is 24% of 50. Now, a lot of times in math, there's a way that we can check our work. One of the ways that we can check here is we can check by reasonableness, which means our common sense, does it make sense? So for this, we can look, is that reasonable? And one of the ways that we can look is 24% is about 1/4 because 25% is about 1/4 of 100. So it's about 1/4. All right. Now, if you think of 1/4 of 50, well, 1/4 of 48 is exactly 12 because that's divided into fourths. So 1/4 of 50 is going to be about 12, which means that yes, it's reasonable. That answer makes sense. The next kind of problem you're going to be looking at is finding a percent. So now you're going to be given the part and the whole, and we need to go through and figure out what is our percent, okay? So 9.5 is what of 25? So let's say you get a test back and you get 9.5 out of 25 points. Well, I don't know what grade that is. How can I figure out what I got on my test? Because I need a 90% to get an A, right? Or 70% to get a C, which is passing. So let's figure out how we do that. We can take 9.5 and plug it in for our part. Our percent is going to stay as our X, and our whole is going to be of 25 because your test is out of 25 points. So 9.5 equals X because that's what we're looking for times 25. So we're substituting there our values that we're given, and now we're going to solve for X. Because this is multiplication, we need to do the inverse operation here and divide both sides by 25. All I did here was flip the X and our values. That's all that happened there. And then when we get 9 5/10 divided by 25, we find that that's 38 hundredths. Now, remember, go back to the question. The question asked what percent. 38 hundredths is not a percent, so we need to convert that into percent by moving our decimal 2 places to the right and adding a percent sign. So 9 and 5 tenths is 38% of 25. Obviously, you can see we didn't get that 70%. Okay, so let's check for reasonableness. One of the things that we can do here is we can draw a picture. So if let's say we draw a bar line chart here, okay, bar line, bar graph. And we start at 0, which is 0%, and we end at 100, which is 25%. If we split these into fifths, okay, each one is going to be about 20%, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100%. And then we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 40% is about 10. Well, 40% is 10 of 25, okay? And 38% is really close to 40%, and 9 and 5 tenths is really close to 10. So our answer is yes, that's reasonable, that checks out. So our answer makes sense. And then the last kind of problem you're going to see here is, of course, now we're finding the whole. So we're going to be given the part and the percentage. So it's going to say 39 is, and remember that magic word is represents the part, of represents the whole. So 39 is going to go into our part here. 52% is going to go into our percent. Of what number is what we're actually looking for here, and that's going to go in W. So I'm going to substitute that as an X. All right. Now, I took 52% and I made it 52 hundredths as a decimal, and I plugged in my 39 as my part. So substitute, solve for X. X equals 39 divided by 52 hundredths. Once again, I got that because I divided both sides by 52 hundredths. The 52 hundredths here canceled, and I got 39 divided by 52 hundredths. And so X equals 75, which means that 39, typo. Sorry guys, 39 is 52% of 75. Now, how do we check for reasonableness here? Well, let's think. What is 50% of 75? 50% of 75 is half, which means that that is about 37 and a half. Okay, now 39 is really close to 37 and a half, which means that yes, this is reasonable, so that makes sense. Okay, so what you guys are going to be doing today on your work on big ideas is you're going to be looking through and working with the percent equation. All right, so you just have that assignment for today and tomorrow. Since it's block day, we will see you guys on Monday. What the plan is for next week is that Monday we will be reviewing these 4 sections, 15.1, 15.2, 15.3, and 15.4, and Tuesday we're going to be quizzing, okay? And then we're going to move on to the rest of the chapter. All right, you guys, I will see you later. Bye.